Hi friends, it is me, Em, and we are doing a bullet journal setup. So I don't know if you know this, but I abandoned all of my planners and am now a bullet journaler. That's how this is going. So sit back, relax, light a candle, drink some water, and let's plan. So So this is a fall themed setup, which is very general. You can do a fall themed setup with a lot of different things. And since I'm a little bit less artistically inclined, I'm definitely leaning into the stickers. So I will have all of the stickers and washi and pens that I'm using here linked in the description because I know that I always want to know what the people I'm watching are using. So, here you go. I definitely went into this setup a bit blind. As you can tell by there's nothing sketched out or like lined on the screen. I just decided, oh yeah, I'll set up my September bullet journal and I'll film it. I don't necessarily know if I would recommend that, but I still think that it ultimately turned out really fun. I do all of my weekly spreads, and here you can see I have this Pipa Archer and Olive sketchbook where I keep all of the swatches for the pens that I have, so it makes it really easy when I want to find a pen color that matches. I can just check, and everything is labeled with the number and the name so that it's really easy to find. So I'm using Tombows and Archer and Olive calligraphs mostly, just because they're the pens that I really like. I also have these Tombow monos that I'm using for all of the handwriting sort of and lining. So, life update. We have officially lived in Tennessee for a year now, which is just completely nuts. It's so weird to think that a year ago I was finishing up my PhD, stressed out of my mind, and now I have a full-time job and a car and I'm planning a wedding. Like, how? Oh my god, Stitch, stop chewing on that. He's chewing on the bottom of my microphone. We also spent some time in a cabin in Sevierville. That's how they say it in Tennessee, not even though it's spelled Sevierville. It's a whole thing. That, and there's this place that is spelled Maryville, but it is pronounced Merville. Although, Nebraska has some things like that, where there's a place called Norfolk, where it's LK, but we pronounce it Norfolk, even though there is no second R. I think every place, like everywhere, has a place like that. So comment down below and let me know what city where you're from has a weird pronunciation that is counterintuitive to the name that it has. Here I am just lettering an Oscar Wilde quote, and all at once summer collapsed into fall. I didn't actually realize this until I started pulling stickers for this page and the next page that Mandy actually has a sticker with that written on it, which is great because it means that it is truly a fall quote. But it was a little inconvenient for my cover page. And I'm honestly not the happiest with how this cover page turned out. I usually feel that way, if I'm being honest. Just because, it's mostly quotes, there's no sort of like graphics on it, and I think that that's something that I will change in the future when I sort of start to plan my bullet journals out a little further in advance, maybe when it's not August 27th. But that being said, there's nothing wrong with using stickers and washi and just sort of like graphic handwriting, right? If you're not necessarily, a skilled artist. We can't all be Amanda Rachley, even though I wish I was. And it's worth noting here that, so this bullet journal, of the 3 that I'm currently using, is for my social media. So the spreads that you're about to see me set up, you know, most people probably wouldn't need. Things like a brainstorm, important dates, analytics, things like that. Those are definitely more tuned towards figuring out what I want to post this month, and, you know, any commitments that I have, for example, like branded content, or collaborations. I have a very exciting collaboration coming up with Penguin Teen and with Portland Leather. I don't know if I'd call that one a collaboration. They're sending me a free bag and it's freaking awesome. I think they've decided that the Bookstagram community and the Plannergram communities are the next sort of places they want to be reaching out, because Lord knows we have a bunch of stuff to put in bags. So this is a holidays little chart almost. So this is for September. I decided to cut off the little piece that said September because obviously since I was putting it in September, I knew that it was September, but it has like the fun holidays in it that you can use to sort of focus your content on. Although I think this month's holidays are mostly really like depressing, so maybe not. But it's fun to keep track of those important dates, as well as any dates that I have for like book tours or our Amuse Designs launch, which this month I think is the 23rd. I think that's when we're launching. We're gonna be, I don't know, it's kind of weird. We're moving towards having like our September launch be just sort of random stuff, because we did our fall sort of Halloween launch already. So there might be some more fall stickers in there, but we're also looking at doing some computer chip washi and some like Pac-Man games, sort of just having a little bit more fun with it. Here I'm tracking my analytics for the month, so things like followers, engagement, reach, stuff like that. It's not the most useful spread necessarily, or certainly not the most entertaining, but it is nice to just sort of track if you're on an upward trajectory or if something is going a little bit wrong. I am a member of the Social Stars Patreon, and so I work with Lore from Plan with Lore to sort of figure out what content best represents me and how I want to communicate that to my audience. So if there's anything that you want to see on this YouTube channel or my Instagram, I'm definitely more active on Instagram, let me know, because I am totally down for anything that sort of you want to see either me do or my take on. Totally, totally down. Here soon you're going to see me remember that, oh yeah, I wanted to do a fall theme. And what is more fall than pumpkins? So I start to sort of switch out a fair amount of the stickers that I had placed on the first page. And that happens a lot, if I'm being honest. Sometimes you just have to pivot. Pivot is one of my favorite words. Mostly because you're not giving up, you're just changing your approach. So I'm using these watercolor pumpkins from Create with Mandy. I am currently on her rep team, so you can use the code M10, EMM10. Generally speaking, if I have a code, that's the code. But you can use that to save 10%. She has her advent calendar coming out soon for pre-order, which there will be a better deal than my code, and you should absolutely use the better deal. But you can mention me, just gives me a little bit of credit for sort of bringing you to her shop. But what I'm really sort of the most excited about for September is just all of the fall stuff, you know, when they start serving apple cider and, well, I don't really like pumpkin spice lattes, I don't really drink coffee, but I do like pumpkin bread, anything with cream cheese icing, that is my jam. And so I feel like fall definitely has the best desserts. In my opinion, summer has the best drinks, but fall has the best food. Today we're going to the Knoxville Asian Festival, that's what they're calling it, and there's going to be so many food trucks and performers and just opportunities to learn about different cultures. I'm very excited. But we are just going to go into my weekly spreads now, and I think I'm just gonna put on some music, let y'all vibe with this, and I'll see you back at the end for the final flip through. Alright friends, so this is my September flip through. Stitch and I are really excited for how this spread turned out, and I can't wait to see what y'all think of my September bullet journal setup. Let me know which one is your favorite in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe to see more of my videos. I promise there will be more. And as always, happy planning. Bye!